Stay tuned. We'll be back. You go get that word next episode. But I want everybody out there to realize, we spoke about the workout thing, and how you got to be dedicated to the regimen to change your body. Your mind is like a muscle. You got to do the same thing. You have to rip yourself out of the old way that you was thinking to change your life. You actually have to redesign the pathways in your mind. It's like a grassy field. 100 people walk this way, there becomes a path where you can see like the dirt, and it's like an open space. So everyone that sees that path, oh, I'm gonna walk this way. Your brain has like millions of those.
Right.
And there's a path that you've been taking that's natural to you, but it's not gonna get you where you need to go. So you gotta walk in another direction enough times to create a better path, a more prevalent path that you're gonna continue to go to as a habit from then on.
Facts. 21 days to create a new habit.
21
That's
days.
what it takes.
Figure out what
Well,
you
you
do.
know, I always say
It's more than that.
I understand
Generally.
the science behind 21 days, and it's true. But I like the mindset of it takes one day. It's the day you start and the day you don't quit.
I agree.
The difference is the person that has the discipline and the control over themselves, when they start something, they don't quit it.
Right.
You understand me? And so you go through it 100%. Most people, if you give yourself a directive and an order right now, today, you can't follow through with it 100%. So the question then becomes, if I don't control me, who controls me? What has control over me? So the greatest fight that a person is trying to figure out, how do I control myself? Because I'm brilliant, I'm smart as hell, got all this knowledge, I could be strong as hell, but I don't have control over myself. But if I could control my own avatar, body, mind, brilliance, the way I speak, communicate, build up my skills, man, I could take over the world.
Yeah.
So the war that most people fighting is the war of self-control. You know what I'm saying? And so sometimes when a person can't control themselves, they try to manipulate others.
Right.
You understand me? They want other people to do what they can't do for themselves. It's like, nah, my whole war, I ain't never been to war with nobody greater than myself. Because all of this shit is internal. Because I know, like we talk about that mind equal potential, awareness, transformation. Once you become aware of your potential, you understand me? You now are responsible for, are you going to live it out?
Right.
Now, when a person knows that, you imagine right now, you can imagine, what's the greatest version of myself? I mean, like, just go crazy in your own imagination.
Yeah.
He balling out, got money, got,
You know what I mean?
you know what I mean, swole,
Like
like,
a helicopter,
you know,
you got
like
what kind of suit
everything.
he got on.
You know, morally
Wow.
defined, disciplined, focused, like, bruh, it's different.
Yeah.
If you can see it, that means it's power. That means that that's a real potential. Whatever you just seen in your head.
Right.
Now you got a responsibility of saying that, damn, will I become that person or will I stay who I am? Maybe I reach 50% of that vision.
Right.
Right? But then there's some people, they're not happy with life until they become 100% of that. And when they become that person has another vision. Right? So they just keep breaking shells, keep breaking shells.
Yeah.
You seen Jay-Z when he was, a drug dealer. Then you see Jay-Z when he got with Beyonce. Then you see Jay-Z, he got the Basquiat. He's going through different iterations of different visions that he see for himself.
Right.
You ain't got to see it or like it. But when a person has a vision for themselves about their potential, they go through that journey of transformation. If you follow that, it's the coldest formula to life.
I'd like to build with you for a second, brother. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I got a vision too.
He won't hear.
I feel like a trip to Turkey is involved in that vision. But I like to keep like for me, on my path, on my journey, there's somebody that's always in the room with me. And that's me 10 years from now. And he has everything that I want.
Man, that's
What I looks the way I want to walk, we talk to people the way I want to talk. And when I'm on my dean, I see him. He's there. He's clapping for me when nobody's looking. And when I know I'm not doing the right things, I don't see him. And that makes me panic. So I jump back into whatever habits I need to do. But I constantly keep that character right there. And another thing I wanted to add to what you were saying, the avatar. A lot of the times we get stuck on things because of the emotions that we have in it. But if you was playing a game like Champ, if you was playing a game called Champ, and you're holding the controller, the problems that come into your life, you're not gonna have that emotional attachment You're just gonna be like, okay, what I gotta do next? All right, I gotta go.
No
I gotta
strategize.
drive this
anything.
car down the road, and I gotta go to work. Like you'll just carry on without having that attachment. Sometimes you gotta detach yourself from your emotions and be like, okay, I have a goal. We're going in this direction. I love this chick, but she's crazy and she's gonna ruin my day. So I gotta keep going where I'm going. Or, Pop, I love you, but you bugging out right now, and I gotta stay focused. And you read the Bible, sometimes God requires a sacrifice. And it's not always, oh, you gotta kill this animal, or you gotta, do this. Sometimes you have to sacrifice people who are holding you back, people who are in your life and they're just distracting you. And you might have a lot of love for this person, but you know that this person is not gonna help you get there. You gotta cut that off.
You're sacrificing your old self.
Yeah.
And everything that was attached to it. That dude isn't here anymore. I'm not the guy I was 5 years ago.
And I think having faith in God is believing that when you make those decisions, no matter how good you think that relationship was, you're gonna find a better one.
That's a fact.
Agreed.
And once you keep that in mind,
I think that every day is a whole life.
right?
Right? Like when you go to sleep, that's like a process of rebirth. Because you're never the same because your brain downloads all those experiences, so you change every single day.
Right.
But now you get to look at yesterday and all of the shit that you did yesterday, that person did, you got to live it today. Right? So like, I remember I was thinking about this concept because I was up late one night and I was like, if I don't go to sleep, the next day I wake up, I'm going to be tired as hell and it's going to be hard for me to get whatever I need to get done. But at that time, because, me right here, I'm still making the decision as this person to stay up because I don't have to live it. Right? The version of me tomorrow going to have to live the consequences of my decisions today. Right? So it makes it feel easier that you making decisions because you don't feel like you got to live it. Right? Not knowing that time will come. So you go to sleep and then that version of you wakes up like, man, what you do yesterday?
You only got 3 hours
Man,
sleep.
why am I tired, man? He was up again, wasn't
Right.
he? And every single day you live a whole life like that, going through different versions of yourself. But if you live a life where those previous versions of you stack up, making good decisions, when you wake up all of a sudden, man, you got the rollie, you look fine, you fly. Man, what we got on the business schedule today? Oh, my yesterdays must have did some right things.
Right.
You understand me? And so you get to make that decision about life at every single moment, right? And that's the beauty of life. I don't care what happened all your previous yesterdays. That person today gets to decide what happens tomorrow.
The bigger one. Several things I wanted to say. So, all right, I'll start out with this one. God to you. Is there a God beyond yourself?
I believe there's the creator, there's Allah. I am a attached